Hello, I'm Kabalamat, and this is episode 31 of Rule the Waves 2 Let's Play Japan. At the end of the last episode, we were in the middle of a carrier battle with the Americans. Now, we've already destroyed one American force that was down here, sinking two of their battle cruisers, but now we've caught up with their main force. Their main force contains about 3 aircraft carriers and about 2 battleships. As you can see, it's surrounded by our forces. So we've got some battleships here, another battleship here, which is our Yamato, and we've got our aircraft carriers are here, and they've got destroyers. Our destroyers here are going to move towards their ships here. So as well as these destroyers here, we've also got some other ships here which are also going to move up towards the enemy. So there's this carrier, the Matori. These destroyers are all going to move up towards the enemy. These destroyers and 2 light cruisers are also moving towards the enemy. These ships are all going back to port. And let's have a look where we are very close to the enemy ships. Now the problem is we've got our Yamato, which is a good ship, but it's also got quite heavy damage. So I don't want that to get any more damage than it is. So that's going to go a bit further away from the enemy than it is currently. Whereas these battleships, there's 4 of these, 2 of them are hardly damaged at all, and this cruiser here, it's only been slightly damaged. In fact, it's not really been damaged at all, it's not actually been hit by anything. So let's put that on, let's do the next move. Okay, and let's see what sort of ships these are. These are destroyers, which we don't really care about that much. That's a Baltimore class, which is a light cruiser. These are unidentified ships. He's got a battleship here which appears to have sunk. I don't like the idea of my battleships being anywhere near his destroyers, so these are going to move out the way pretty sharpest. This light cruiser can go and engage his destroyers. And the Saharan's been hit by a torpedo from one of those destroyers, which is kind of predictable. Chinto's been hit by a torpedo as well. Saharan is running out of AA. Shori hit by a torpedo, 2 torpedoes. But look, I mean, the Hornet must be quite badly damaged now. What's Saharan firing? He's firing at those bleeding destroyers, isn't he? I've sunk the Georgia, which is good. And this is the Ranger. What sort of ship's that? That's a battle cruiser, which looks like it's been refitted 4 times. I'm going to move the Ahagi close to the Hornet. Now let's have a look and see what's happening up here. This is our Yamato. Maybe that should go down here to where the Wasp is. What have I got here? This has got a destroyer which is sinking. This is another destroyer which is also sinking, so they're not going to be doing a lot of good, are they? What's this? This is not sinking, and it's got some... How many torpedoes has it got left? It's got no torpedoes left, so I think that one can do a runner. And this is the Mayo, which is just coming in now, and looks to be attacking their Charlotte. Okay, let's see how badly damaged that is. It's doing 15 knots, so it's still probably not that badly damaged. Saharan high speed increases flooded. I'm not happy about this at all. I'm going to move that down to 9 knots. And what we've got here, Chinto. Ranger hit by a torpedo. Yeah, so he's got a Hornet and 2 Wasps. Okay. What's my Hagi doing? That's now been hit by 1 medium and 1 light. But it's scoring lots of hits itself. What's it firing at? The Baltimore. Okay. That's the Baltimore there. What's the Shori firing at? That's probably firing at the Ranger, actually, yeah. Ranger. And that's only got a speed of 7, so that's quite slow now. Because this has been hit by quite a lot of things, 2 torpedoes. And it's quite an old ship anyway. Yeah, I think these battleships are now going to go home. Right, so my Mayor now wants to go this way because it's close to where these 2 Wasps are. The Yamato also wants to go this way. I don't think that Baltimore's going to be able to do much significant damage. That Ranger I don't really care about that much. Right, so these aren't flooding, so they can go back to full speed again. This Chinto can go down here, so it wants to be near to those 2 Wasps because it can do them a fairly large amount of damage. So can this Ahagi. I think the Shori might be very severely damaged, but we'll see, we'll see. Now let's see what's happening with this Yamato. Yeah, I mean this Mayor must have done a fair bit of damage to his 2 aircraft carriers. Mind you, it's been hit 26 times now. It's got 23 hits. It's still going. It's not vastly damaged. It can still travel, but I think that's going to get out of danger now. And this Chinto should be, and Ahagi should be able to do more damage to his ships. So these 2 are aircraft carriers, and I've got my Yamato coming in. And he's got a ship up here. This is probably a battleship, I guess. That's his Baltimore, which is going to get destroyed by my battleship. And this here is an aircraft carrier. There's probably another aircraft carrier around about here somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get his aircraft carrier destroyed. I don't know what that is firing on the Yamato. It's probably not anything important particularly. Yeah, that unidentified ship's probably an aircraft carrier. It might be a light cruiser. I'm going to have my battleships pass it by. Now I've got this other battleship here, the Shori, which is in a bit of a Shori state, unfortunately. Right, that's it. He's got a battleship here. Yeah, I think my ships are all going to attempt to leave the battle now. So I've got these destroyers coming out here. I think I might have those continue, but I think my battleships are all going to go home now. And I need to see what these destroyers are doing. That's the Matori. That's got 8 torpedoes. Maybe that should join in the battle. What's this? That's got 3 torpedoes. That's got 4 torpedoes. That can keep in the battle. And that's got 4 torpedoes too. So this is the Shori, I believe. Yes, it is. Let's have that. I can go down there. I'm putting all my battleships down here to so they don't get in the way of these ships moving up. And it would appear that the enemy have all very sensibly gone home. Where's the Saharan? That can go straight into port, as can the rest of them. All these ships can go straight into port. And there appears to be some enemy ships down there, so we appear to be having some action. He seems to have some stuff there. So let's... What we've got here, these are 2 destroyers. Okay, so these are all going to go toward these enemy ships here. They might get something and manage to do damage to it, or they might not. But yeah, I mean, there's clearly something there. And he appears to be going down that way, so I'm going to guess the Americans are heading for this port here, so they're all going to go down that way there, as opposed to this port here, where they also could be heading. So, that's good. What have we got? Unidentified ship. Oh, what's this? This is a Gattori with 3 torpedoes. Can this do anything now? No, it's got no more torpedoes, so that's just going to go slink off home. Yeah, he's got something there, hasn't he? I don't know what it is he's got. It's something quite big. What sort of ships are these? These are just both destroyers. And they appear to be firing on the enemy. They're being fired on. So they can go this way. CVL hit by torpedo, 2 torpedoes. The CVL has been hit by 4 torpedoes. And that's a battle cruiser. That's maybe a CVL there. That's a CL. I think their CVL is there. So let's put this up here. And I'm going to switch back on flotilla attack. So I think that's a aircraft carrier there. And what does it say it is? It's a destroyer. Okay, so that's not an aircraft carrier. They're aircraft carriers, but maybe down here somewhere. Not quite sure where. This ship's still got 8 torpedoes, so it can go down here. This ship can go for a collision course with whatever's there. this ship here is going to be overtaken now. And that's just a destroyer. It is just a destroyer. Okay, so that means his big ship is down here. So these can all go and attack his big ship. I think that's maybe a battle cruiser. Okay, whatever it is, it's a battle cruiser that's just been hit by some torpedoes. So that's probably going to be sinking now. He's got something here, which is on the radar. I think I'm just going to try and sink just this one now, and then go home. Ah, he's got a load more stuff here now. Right, well that makes it different. What sort of ship is this one down here? Unidentified ship. It looks like a destroyer. Yeah, I think that's the destroyer. Okay. So we've got some more ships down here. I think I am actually going to try and pursue them. I've got loads of torpedoes on these ships still left. So I think it's time to continue to pursue the enemy. Because I think he's got some very badly damaged ships that I can attack. And is that a battleship? Yes, it's a battleship. It's a battleship that's about to get torpedoed. Do you know how badly damaged it is? He's got something here as well. Let's have a look and see how my other ships are doing at going home. These are all okay. These are all. I think these are my aircraft carriers. I think they're just going to go to port because I don't want them fighting the next day's battle. We seem to have found something. Yeah, we found something. That's a light cruiser. Don't know what this is. Yeah, I think they're all light cruisers that he's got left. Not quite sure what that is. I think that ship. Oh, what have we got here? This ship's moving fairly slowly, whatever it is. That's a Wasp. Excellent. So that's perhaps his last aircraft carrier. We may have sunk all of his aircraft carriers. I think that this ship here, his Wasp, is probably so badly damaged it doesn't. My ships don't want to waste more torpedoes on it. Okay then, so that being the case, my ships are all going to go back to port now because I don't think there's any more damage they can do, and I don't want them to get sunk if possible. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put all these on disengage. I'm not sure whether that actually does a great deal, but I think it might have the ones that are under computer control try to go back to port. And let's put these on. Okay, so Saharan is sinking. And I think that's the end of the battle. I don't think the enemy are going to be wanting more fights. Yeah, you've got two destroyers. Do you want to end the scenario? Yes. So let's see what we've done. I lost 1 battleship and 11 destroyers. He lost 4 battleships and battle cruisers. That's all of them. All 4 of his aircraft carriers. All 4 of his heavy cruisers. All 3 of his light cruisers. 1 destroyer, and the only thing that escaped was 2 destroyers. So I think that's a victory for me. I'm going to have a look at the air details. So they've scored 1, 2, 7, 8 bomb hits and no torpedo hits. I think I scored just 2 bomb hits. So all my airstrikes just scored 2 bomb hits. 90 of mine were air-to-air losses, 40 of his were air-to-air losses, which suggests that he's perhaps got better fighters than me. He lost 12 to AA fire and I only lost 3 to AA fire, which suggests I might have better anti-aircraft than him. Let's have a look at the ship details. Now my Saharan wasn't really that badly hit. It was hit by 10 heavy shells and 1 torpedoes, not any bombs. That shouldn't really have sunk that. I think that only just sunk. Maybe if I'd moved that a bit slower, it would have managed to survive. But look at the Yamato. That survived 30 heavy hits, managed to hit the enemy 56 times with its main armament, 21 times with its secondary armament, and I think it probably fired some torpedoes as well. So that was a very successful engagement for that ship, and I think it does prove the soundness of the Yamato concept, which is one of having a very big ship that can take lots of damage. So my aircraft carriers were hardly damaged at all. Georgia was hit by not a great deal, 13 heavy rounds and no torpedoes, but was still sunk. All in all, that's a pretty good battle and I'm happy with that. So let's get on with the game. Japanese major victory, gain 2 prestige. Battle of the Yellow Sea. Excellent. The enemy has put out feelers from neutral nations about a negotiated peace without border changes or reparations. They're a lot bigger than us, still. They've got 9 battleships now and we've got 9. We've got 4 aircraft carriers and 3 light carriers. And they've got a lot more. But we're fighting in our home waters. I think in terms of battleships, I think we can beat them. I think we should not let them off lightly. Peace negotiations founded on mutually unacceptable demands. Okay, and we're winning the submarine war. We've lost 2 submarines, but with only 23 operational, we've sunk 40 enemy merchant ships. So that's not a bad result. Okay. So looking at the global situation, the Americans have got hardly anything in Northeast Asia. Just 3 battleships and 1 light aircraft carrier. They've got some more things here. 5 aircraft carriers and 2 light carriers. But they're not supported by many battleships. And hopefully the next big battle we have, his carriers will be facing my battleships and my battle line will be able to destroy them. So I'm still fairly confident about this. So my plan stays the same. I'm still attacking Southern Korea, but I think I'm going to invade North Korea as well. So that way I can get both Northern Korea and Southern Korea. And hopefully that will bring him to battle. I'll be able to destroy his fleet in a decisive engagement, and then he will just have to capitulate. I'm going to increase the number of aircraft on some of these air bases. So Wei Hai Wei doesn't have anything at the moment. We've also got at Port Arthur's hardly got anything, it's just got some flying boats, so we're going to give that some fighters. So that's just beefing up my air defences. Hakodate's got nothing at all, so we will put something in Hakodate. 4 flying boats, 8 fighters and 8 medium bombers, so that's a decent air force there. And I'm also going to have a look at submarines. Now we're building some new submarines, not as many as I'd like, so let's build some more. What ships are we constructing? Well, this Yamatichi will be finished in one move, which will greatly benefit our financial situation, and once that's happened, we'll be okay in terms of money. So that's all for this episode, and thank you for watching. If you liked this video, then hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all on the next episode.